Hey everyone, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Before we get started, I need you to do me a favor. You're going to hit this like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Also, click on this pin link. I need for you to scroll all the way to the bottom. You're going to see the word petitions and sign it. Sign the one that says Ann Baker. And while you're down there, check out my collection. So, how are you today, everyone? All right, so today we're going to talk about this program that is hidden, right? Why? Because I want you to be aware of what's going on around you. That's why, okay? So there's this program. The name of it is called Havana Syndrome. Has anyone ever heard of Havana Syndrome? It's spelled Havana. Anyone ever heard of that? Okay, this was on 2020, not too long ago. They interviewed the diplomats in DC who were experiencing Havana syndrome. So you may have seen it on 2020, you may have not. So it's something that's going on. The media showed it as them affecting the diplomats. Well, with this program, it actually affects civilians as well. So innocent people doing nothing but minding their own business, right? 6 million people to be exact. 6 million people to be exact. So there's this lawsuit, $1.3 billion lawsuit, and I'm going to read this article. $1.3 billion lawsuit against the DOJ, FBI, and DHS. All right. So I'm going to read this to you. There is something called a McCarthy blacklist. Anyone ever heard of that? So this is hidden within the FBI's terrorist screening database. More than 6 million civilians worldwide are being subjected to stalking, meaning there are people following them around wherever they are. Stalkers are there on a consistent basis every day of the week. Stalking, harassment, slander, threats, assault, and torture. The FBI uses the terms targets or non-investigative subjects. So these people are called targeted individuals. If you get a spare moment, go to Facebook and type in the word targeted individuals and let me know what you find. Right? So the FBI uses the terms targets or non-investigative subjects to identify these innocent people. In the US alone, there are more than 300,000 innocent civilians on this blacklist. Targeted individuals is what they are called. The database is distributed through the National Crime Information Center, where targets are listed under handling code 3 or 4 because they do not represent a national security threat. Yet police routinely refer to them as suspected terrorists. In 2003, President Bush signed HSPD 6, authorizing the listing of known or appropriately suspected terrorist names. No other names are allowed on this list. According to FBI agents under oath, 97% of the names have no known ties to terrorism. Less than 0.5% of the TSDP consists of known or suspected terrorists. There is no meaningful redress procedure for someone named as a suspected terrorist and non-investigative subject, violation of the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments. The FBI and DOJ continue to deceive and hide the actual numbers placed on this secret blacklist. There are minor children, some just 3 years old, listed as suspected terrorists on the list. All right, to recap, there are 6 million people going through this. They have named them targeted individuals, and it's under the syndrome called Havana syndrome. It involves stalking, daily stalking, and electronic torture. So, um, do you know what microwave weapons are? Microwave weapons. Or do you know what directed energy weapons are? Okay, if you're not familiar with it, think about the movie Star Trek. Anybody remember the movie Star Trek? And remember those lasers that they used? Okay, so it's not like that, but that's the closest thing to it. Think of a gun with a red light on it. Those guns with the red light on it. The red light is so you can hit that target. Okay, so you have the gun, instead of a bullet coming out of it, there's laser coming out of it. And that is how I would describe directed energy weapons to you. If you'd like to see it, just go on YouTube, and they have vivid visualizations of what directed energy weapons are. Also, you can see microwave weapons. All right, I'm going to keep reading. More than 300,000 targeted individuals in the United States are being tracked and attacked with high-powered microwave weapons from satellites and cell towers 24/7. These weapons are controlled from Schriever Air Force Base in Colorado. This is the same weapon system used on the U.S. diplomats in Cuba, resulting in Havana syndrome. Many famous people are targeted individuals. Ed Snowden, do you know him? Julian Assange, William Benvey, Roseanne Barr, do you know her? Cardi B, do you know her? Johnny Mitchell, Van Morrison, Senator Ron Johnson, Dr. Stephen Greer, Randy Quaid, Dennis Kucinich, former congressman, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, Billy Koch, former Oakland A's pitcher, John Frusciante, Red Hot Chili Peppers, John McAfee. They are hit with microwave attacks or Morgellons or voice to skull every day. So I thought they only mess with poor people, but they're messing with famous people. They're messing with Cardi B. Have you ever heard her say anything? They're messing with Roseanne Barr. Most people in the world are being precisely tracked by microwave pulses using Lockheed GPS satellites operated by the U.S. Space Force Quadrone 2 at Schriever Space Force Base in Colorado Springs. This is the largest satellite operations facility in the world. Panel antennas on cell towers are part of a global distributed weapon system. So some kind of way they use the cell towers that you drive, you're on the highway driving and you see the cell towers on the side. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about the cell towers, the technology. Panel antennas on cell towers are part of a global distributed weapons system. The antennas use digital beamforming to create microwave bullets that can be very painful and even lethal. U.S. patent 1016464. So it has a patent number. Subliminal messages are directed from cell towers at everyone 24/7. Schriever Space Force Base is a central source. U.S. patent 4877027. Senators, congressmen, judges, and even the president are being hit with specific subliminal messages to affect their decisions. This is the technology behind mass formation psychosis. Approximately 1/3 of the global population is highly suggestible and easily manipulated by these subliminal messages because many are effectively in a deep trance even while their eyes are open. These people can be commanded to say or do almost anything. Many secondary personalities are also involved. The CIA controls and funds this illegal program with direction from the Council on Foreign Relations. I'm going to read that one more time. The CIA controls and funds this illegal program with direction from the Council on Foreign Relations. The program is based on MK Ultra mind control technology and the FBI's illegal COINTELPRO. Many people can feel the satellite tracking microwave pulse on the top back part of your head, about one pulse each second. Many people can hear the cell tower tracking popcorn by cupping your hands over your ears for 60 seconds. This news article quotes NSA data. As of 2019, there are 200,000 targeted individuals in the United States and more than 5.5 million worldwide. The FBI calls these people targets or non-investigative subjects. The CIA and FBI's corrupt history of MK Ultra and COINTELPRO. These illegal programs were never shut down. So, do you know about COINTELPRO? And do you know about MK Ultra? I'm going to go over COINTELPRO real quickly for people who've never heard of it before. Known tactics included discrediting, smearing, character assassination, covert campaigns to destroy interpersonal relationships. So, I'm going to give you an example. Destroying interpersonal relationships. Say, for example, you're at work. Say there's a coworker that you don't really talk to. You don't really mess with them. So there'll be this go-between person. And they're just stirring the pot. They're just stirring up stuff. All right? Destroy interpersonal relationships, harassment, conspicuous surveillance, also known as stalking, anonymous letters and phone calls, IRS tax audits, legal harassment, manipulation or strong arming of parents, employers, landlords, school officials, and others to create problems for targets, threats, intimidation, serendipitous home searches, and black bag jobs, vandalism, sneak and peek, constant surveillance. Okay, MK Ultra. Go over that real quickly. MK Ultra. Create a subject who is easier to control and manipulate. Create programmed assassins. Develop more effective means of torture and interrogation. Break down the personality of the subject and insert new belief systems, ethics, politics, personality traits performed on unwitting and unwilling subjects. Manipulate mental states and alter brain functions. Serendipitous drugging, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, various forms of torture employed, promote illogical thinking and impulsiveness in the subjects so that they will be discredited in public, attempt to produce amnesia for periods of time, serendipitous production of shock or confusion in subject over extended periods of time, attempt to alter the subject's personality, attempt to lower the subject's ambition and work efficiency, attempt to impair eyesight or hearing, attempt to activate specific behavior by remote means. Okay, that's MK Ultra. Just to sum it up in a nutshell, what this program is stalking. Imagine everywhere you go, the stalker going to show up wherever you at. Imagine that. That is this program. Imagine being hit with directed energy weapons, that laser. Imagine that. So what that does is it causes lacerations on your skin. So your back, for example, burning, burn marks, and visible. You could take a picture of those burn marks. Microwave weapons. Some people experience they'll hear a noise in their head that sounds like high vibration buzzing. That's from the microwave weapon. Some people will have tinnitus of their ears. That's from the microwaves. So sending waves, you can't see waves, but they have weapons called microwave weapons, right? And it's very easy if the population doesn't know what it is. You know what I mean? So everyone in the United States, let's see, microwave pulses 24/7. Let's see. Let me keep reading here. Didn't you think it's interesting that they're doing it to famous people? I thought that was interesting because, for example, Cardi B has the mic. Everybody's listening to what she's saying. Don't you think that's interesting? Why would they attack her? All right, so let's keep going. Havana syndrome is defined with the following symptoms: hearing loss, severe headache, memory issues, dizziness, brain injury. This is from a device being pointed at your head that's invisible. The microwave weapons on cell towers and satellites are the primary cause of Havana syndrome, funded by the CIA and operating by Schriever Space Force Base in Colorado. This is what they're doing with your tax money. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. They have a list of the people leading this target individual program. They have a list of the people leading this targeted individual program. And I'm going to read the list to you. Remember, these are the leaders of this program: David Rubenstein, CFR.org; Dick Cheney, USAP Programs, Black Projects, TI, Program Director; David Cohen, CIA Operations; General John Raymond, U.S. Space Force; Avril Haines, ODNI; Merrick Garland, DOJ; General Scott Beer, DIA; Melissa Smyslova, DHS Intelligence and Analysis; Steve Vanek, NCTC; Jill Sanborn, FBI National Security Branch; Charles Cable, FBI Terrorist Screening Center; Stephanie Tompkins, DARPA; Michael Laurel, MD, NIH Extramural Division. Don't you think it's interesting that an MD would be doing this? I mean, they take an oath to become an MD, to take care of people. Mossad, Israel, owners of the Federal Reserve. This is the group and the key people leading the targeted individual program. So they have all this information. Let me keep reading here. Let's see. Okay, directed energy weapons. They have a description on what that is. Directed energy weapons. How do you guys like my earring? By the way, how do you like it? Give me a thumbs up if you like my earring. I like it. I love. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a womany woman. If that's a word for you. How you like my earring? I thought this was a cute creation. Love. Do you guys love or not really? I know that the men watching, you love respect, right? I love. See? Ta-da! Okay, so let me go back to this article, directed energy weapons, just to describe it. Directed energy weapons are microwave scalar beam weapons that are used to attack targeted individuals. The satellite-based system is called a Virkator, patent number 4345220, and it produces an invisible scalar microwave beam of approximately a half an inch diameter. These satellite weapons and cell tower weapons are controlled from Schriever Air Force Base near Colorado Springs and can cause excruciating pain when pointed at someone on the ground. So they don't have to be, the person doesn't have to be close to you. So you can be in your own house minding your own business, and the technology can be over your house or the house across the street, the house behind you. So technology is advanced. It's just not exposed to the public. So it's not like the person has to be with a gun right up on you. They can do this from far away. All right. So this is the directed energy weapon. The CIA in Denver runs this illegal program called an Unacknowledged Special Access Program. Whistleblowers such as Ed Snowden and Julian Assange are two of the targets. Mark Lindsay, the State Department's electronic signals expert, has stated that the U.S. diplomats were definitely attacked by microwave weapons. The National Academies of Science recently determined that the microwave weapons are real and the most plausible mechanism for the attacks. All right, so that is the weapons. So what they do is they have people around you that are on assignment, and their assignment is to stalk you, right? So we need 24/7 stalkers. They're like employees. You know how you employ people for a job? They're the employees of this program. So let's see here. I thought this was interesting. All the illegal programs, such as chemtrails. Have you heard of chemtrails? Vaccines. You know what I do for a living, right? Toxic air, implants, and poisoned food are designed to place graphene and metal into your brain, which are easily vibrated by microwave frequencies, rendering you more highly suggestible. QEEG charts can prove this happening. So we know about the microwave frequencies, right? The microwave weapons. So they're saying that for it to work better, to get metal into your brain. I thought that was interesting. These government employees that have sworn an oath to protect and defend the U.S. Constitution plan to strip your constitutional rights and take your private property. They have a list of names here. They have a lot of information. Hmm. You guys know about Lockheed Martin? Lockheed Martin. They make a lot of these. They make these satellites, and satellites kind of hard to understand because you can't really see them. Like, but you know that satellites exist, right? That's how they know where you are by your cell phone, or that's how you can use GPS to get from one place to the next. This is all technology. So you know satellites exist, but have you ever laid eyes on a satellite? That's a different story. So you guys know about Lockheed Martin. So Lockheed Martin, they make the GPS satellite tracking. So I'm just going to read that over real quick. So the satellite tracking is done at 3600 to 3750 microhertz. The Vercator microwave weapon operates at 3920 to 3935 microhertz. Reading taken in the summer of 2016 was spectrum HF 4040. The NSA can hack the device within minutes and zero out large segments of the bandwidth. Signal analyzers should be used in combination with a signal generator to prove the readings. They're talking about frequencies here. They have devices that can read frequencies. Sworn affidavit of FBI Special Agent Gerald Soulsby. Mr. Soulsby is a Texas attorney and has documented his ordeal on his website at soulsbyvffbi.com. Mr. Soulsby confirms that the FBI is involved with organized gang stalking and directed energy weapons. So the people that are supposed to be protecting you are involved in this. All right? Just so, I mean, you think you know who your friends are, but you don't really know. So Mr. Soulsby confirms that the FBI is involved with organized gang stalking and directed energy weapons. This affidavit is valid in any courtroom. However, you can obtain an original from the court case. And then they have a file below if you want to take a look at this court case. Sworn affidavit of Ted Gunderson, former FBI chief. Mr. Gunderson confirmed the FBI's involvement with organized stalking and the targeted individual program. Could you imagine the FBI being part of a stalking program? Imagine that. Well, it's right here. Sworn affidavit of Ted Gunderson, former FBI chief. Mr. Gunderson confirmed the FBI's involvement with organized stalking and the targeted individual program. This affidavit is valid in any courtroom, or you can obtain an original. Video shows Gunderson speaking about CIA criminal activity. And then that article is below. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, they have a list of 31 medical doctors for people who only believe that medical doctors know what they're talking about. You know, the victims would know more about this than the medical doctors. Okay, the medical doctors, if you're not being targeted, you don't know about this. The victims know about this. So this is for people who only believe that something is true if a doctor is telling you this. So they have a list of 31 medical doctors, PhD scientists, and former government agents that agree with our claim that the U.S. government is using an illegal program of microwave targeting against civilians. We encourage and support all whistleblowers come forward with their information. And then they have a list of the 31 doctors here. I think I won't expose their names, but they all have doctor in front of their name. All right. That's for the people who need that for credibility. You think that you need that for it to be credible. So they do have a list of 31 doctors. Let's see. Okay. I think that is enough for tonight. But I just want you to be aware of what is going on. And let's see. Yeah, spread the word. Tell somebody else about it. It's called Havana syndrome. And the victims are called targeted individuals. All right. So it was on 2020. 2020 shows it as happening to the diplomats at the White House. So it's not only the diplomats, they are doing it to innocent civilians. And then they even have celebrities they're doing it to. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I thought they were only doing it to people who don't have a voice. Um, I thought they did it to people that they thought were weak. Because you know how people prey on easy targets. I thought that they did it to people that they thought were weak. For example, a man attacking a woman, that kind of thing. Or a woman attacking a baby, that kind of thing. But they're doing it to famous people. They're doing it to, I saw a doctor. They're doing it to senator, congressman. Um, and the fact that they can keep this hush hush is amazing because it's happening to 6 million people. And this is worldwide. Worldwide. I'm talking Africa. I'm talking Japan. I'm talking China. I'm talking the United States. So, yep. So this is what is going on. I think that will be all that I will leave you with tonight. One more thing. They looked at Google Trends. And they looked at how many people are searching the word targeted individual. And they come at the conclusion that the highest percentage of people who use that search term to mean that this likely means that since they're searching for the term, that these are the states with the highest percentages of targeted individuals. Number 1, California. Do you know anyone being victimized in California? Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Florida. Number 4, Texas. Number 5, Illinois. Number 6, Maryland, Washington, D.C. Number 7, Ohio. Number 8, Pennsylvania. Number 9, New Jersey. Number 10, New York. All right, in that order. All right, I think that is enough for tonight. I think you pretty much have an idea what Havana syndrome is, and you have an idea what targeted individuals are. So what I would like for you to do is tell someone else. So just walk up to them and say, hey, you ever heard of Havana syndrome? Do you know what a targeted individual is? That's what I would like for you to do. Also, I want you to sign this petition. Link is below. You can do it anonymously if you don't want to be involved. If you like, hey, I don't want no parts of that. You can do that anonymously because you know what's going to happen if you don't do anything. They're coming for you next. I told you, they go after innocent people. So all these criminals walking around, all these criminals robbing people, carjacking, nah, they're not going after them. They're going after people that's minding their own business. That's who they're going after. All right. So sign the petition, and you can do it anonymously. It will take less than 1 minute. The link is below. Also, while you're down there, check out my hat collection. All right. So everyone, have a lovely, lovely weekend. And before you leave, don't forget, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Also, sign that petition. All right. So everyone, have a good night. Have a blessed night. And I'm sending you my love. I'm sending you my love. I'm sending you blessings and favor that God is stronger than the enemy, right? So God is stronger than the enemy. You guys know that I'm a believer. Do you guys know that? So I love God. And I know that God loves me. So he's not going to give me anything that I can't handle. Not only that, he protects me. He sends his angels to go before me. He protects me from danger, seen and unseen. And he also places a table for me in the presence of my enemies. Right? So sometimes when you see an enemy, you should be happy because that means that um, you're going higher. You are going higher. All right. So do you guys trust God? Do you love God? Okay, well, I really didn't mean to get into that, but um, just so you know who you're listening to. All right, so I'm going to leave now. And what I would like for you to do, hi, Opal, thank you for your comment. What I would like for you to do is, on your way out, hit that like button. All right, enjoy the rest of your night. I love you. God bless. All right, have a good one, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit it 1,000 times. Good night.